on Bravus, Colorado today, in which he got a bunch of parts in. Well, by a bunch, he got two main components. Fuel system stuff and his suspension. I don't know if we're gonna show the suspension in this video. Yeah?
Sure.
Okay, but for the time being. Dude, how much is this right here?
It's like $3,800 before shipping.
Jesus Christ.
Ridiculous.
Dude, and whenever you see this, I mean, because obviously he's already opened it, you're sitting there like, what is so significant? But it's a gangster ass setup, man. So this will handle up to how much?
I don't even have the chart in front of me. I'd be lying if I told you if I knew. But
isn't it something ridiculous?
Yeah.
Like
all motor with E85, it's like something like 4,900 horsepower.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then it's like forced induction, of course, is less, and then with methanol is less. So it's like, you know.
Yeah, this is a one and done.
Yeah, it's a one and done.
So this is going to be good enough to basically handle well more than the power that you're going for in the truck.
I don't need that much power in that truck.
Yeah, so if you ever do need to turn it up or want to turn it up, then this is going to handle it.
Yeah, until you go to like a crank drive setup, which they offer that as well.
Yeah.
This is like, you know, this is probably top of the line.
That's sick. I'm excited to see it. All right, we're going to get this stuff out of the box.
Thanks, man.
What do we have in box number 2? Is this all one piece in here?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Lord. What is this big old mamma jamma? Oh, the guy she told you not to worry about.
What the heck, right? This wasn't part of their normal, like, they don't normally sell this with the kit, but I was like, I'm buying it. It's the fucking mount for it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Freaking, I thought he was gonna scratch this thing.
Eventually, it'll be a nice doink. Oh, that's pretty sick. Dude, that's his filter. Look at the freaking
Dash 16s.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so these are the Dash 16s to 12s. Well, I'll have Dash 12 all the way to the front.
Yeah. So you're running all Dash 12 AN for your fuel line? Feed and return?
Yeah, feed and return.
Dang. Look at that Aeromotive Y. Who do you think makes Aeromotives fittings, huh?
Maybe Aeromotive.
No, I doubt they make them themselves. Well, actually, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, there's the cell. Damn. And it is a self-contained. What's it called again?
It's like sump. It's like a
in-tank pump. Yeah, so this is an in-tank pump setup that is good for a crazy amount of horsepower. In which, if you look inside of here, it's got like some cool looking baffling and stuff that like your normal Amazon or eBay fuel cell doesn't have that kind of stuff going on, you know?
I never even looked in there.
No?
Oh, crap. That's sick.
Yeah, to protect from slosh. Yeah. So where, oh, this is your returns.
Yeah, returns there. And then this is a vent, I believe.
Or that might be the return, actually.
You know what? That might be. Because then there returns are straight into the sump.
Yeah, then these are vents. Damn, sucker, let me get that. It looks just like mine.
Yeah, it does.
Literally looks identical.
6 cells.
Dude, that thing is insane. So that's the 100?
This is a 10 micron.
That's the 10 micron?
Yeah, the boxes. Where's the box at? What's on the box?
Oh.
You throw boxes, so you gotta tell me where you
Sure, buddy.
Yeah, 10 micron microglass.
So that one is for after the pump? Or
Yeah, this is
before
for
the pump?
after the pump.
After the
So
pump?
before the pump, it's into the pump.
Oh, there's already a filter in there?
Yeah, it's because it's an intake pump.
Yeah,
So
that
has
makes
one in
sense.
there, and this will be after.
Duh. Yeah, that's cool.
Almost want to like mount it on the side of it.
Yeah.
It's super sick.
I think you want it as close to the pump as possible. Anyhow, there it is, man. His Aeromotive stuff came in, and he's also got his shocks, but we'll show you guys those a little bit later in the video. But for now, we got to get out there and do some stuff. So much lighter.
Ooch, 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 ooch.
Bang, bang, baby. There's a gate for telling. Hey, it's already been like.
That's what I'm saying.
Just to give you guys some context, Braven picked this tailgate up off a marketplace, and he was excited that it was already white, and he wasn't going to have to paint it. But the clear coat on it is kind of yellow, so it doesn't match the truck at all. Hey, look at that. Oh, it's got to be painted anyhow there, buddy.
At least it's been like already.
All right, right, so we're gonna be pulling the mock-up engine out of the Colorado. If some of you guys, for whatever reason, don't know, the engine that's been in here this entire time is literally just a bare engine. There's no pistons or rods or nothing in there. It's for mock-up, you know? Braven picked up a tailgate last night. So as you guys know, the tailgate that was on his truck, his original one, has like 500 pounds worth of concrete in it. So, I mean, while yes, it's good to have weight on the back, and I think I seen in the comments in the last video, people talking about you took too like weight out of an area that you need weight. But the thing is, if you take as much weight out as you possibly can, then you can make up with it with weight ballast. So if you put some kind of weight ballast or something in the back, because that's the thing whenever it comes to like no prep or street racing that a lot of people don't seem to understand. And a lot of people that talk shit about street racing or straight line racing in general are like, all you gotta do is just drive in a straight line, just floor it, there's nothing to it, you know, type stuff. It takes a lot of skill to know how to tune for a road, and I'm not trying to say this as if I have those skills. That's what I want to get seat time for. That's what Braven's gonna have to learn over the course of his career in racing as well. It's one of those things you can't figure out until you get data on individual streets. So some streets, like if he went to the track, he wouldn't have to put any weight in this thing because it's a really well prepped surface, you know. But on a really terrible surface, yes, he does need weight in the back, and he'd be able to add it. Adding the weight, he'd be able to take it out at places where he doesn't need it, you know? Using weight ballast to actually put the weight where you want it to be, you know, for the most part. You don't want. And again, take everything that I say with a grain of salt, because like I tell you guys all the time, man, I'm learning this stuff as I go. Braven's learning, you know? We don't know absolutely everything, but this is to our understanding.
I don't know nothing at all. I don't know nothing at all. I'm just freeballing it at this point. I'm just trying to figure it out as I go, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and you know, and it's fun, dude. So I know a lot of people are very uptight with the knowledge that they have, and if anybody differentiates from what it is that they know, it's like they get offended by it, you know. And I don't mean to offend anybody or to come across as if I know absolutely everything, you know. This is just what it is we are doing. But anyhow, moving forward with the Colorado, it is going to be going to another fabricator here soon. We're waiting for him to make space inside of his garage before we can take it over there. He's currently working on his own vehicle, so he has a couple of things on his vehicle that he needs to get done, and then he's going to be taking Braven's truck in to make the corrections and stuff that it needs, you know, to make this thing safe and to try to salvage this cage for the most part. Because to touch back on that, we actually had I'm not going to mention who it is, but we had a professional who builds cages for a living come over and look at it, and honestly, he recommended just tearing the whole thing out and starting over for the most part. He said it can be salvaged. Yeah. It is salvageable, but from his expertise, if he had to recommend something, he literally said it sucks, but he recommends starting all over because there ain't a single bit of what's in there that he thinks was done correctly. So, and that sucks, dude, you know, but it is salvageable. He said that we can do some things to make this cage work and to make it safe, but overall he feels like Braven should start all over, you know, and that sucks, you know. It's unfortunate. Really, I'm sure Braven would rather do that. I'm sure you'd rather start completely over from scratch.
Cut it out right now.
Yeah.
I'd cut it all out right now.
But
I'd be a lot happier.
But the thing is you've already invested all of the money that you had saved into putting a cage into this truck. You already invested that into what it is you have here. You know, that's where we're at. But anyhow, before it goes over to that other fabricator that's going to help him out and get it right, we need to pull the mock-up engine out and do some other things just to basically get it ready.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, well, what's the other things?
It's just more of, honestly, the only reason why I'm pulling the mock-up engine out and stuff right now is just to get things done that like would end up needing to be done whenever the truck came back from fabrication. And since I have more time on my hands, I was kind of just like, well, might as well get it done now. Like I want to paint the firewall white. I want to paint the inside of the beds white back there and all that kind of stuff. Like there's a bunch of, like the front clip needs to be painted white.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of
things. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done to the truck, and we're kind of in limbo right now. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done that we cannot do until the cage is complete and the cage is painted. So we're gonna try to do some things that we're capable of doing right now. That's basically where we're at. So what are you doing? My turn. Shit.
Pull the pin first. Scratch my show frame. You gotta chill out there, bud. Low ass truck. Take out the transmission. We have to take out the transmission. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Do you think these bars are safe to stand on?
Probably not. I wouldn't trust my life with them, to be honest with you.
Oh, hang on. Let me get off this.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
You want to see some shitty welds? Look at that. Like, that's not even touching the pipe.
What?
My outrigger.
It's not?
Well, that weld isn't touching the pipe. Trucker, dude. Mother trucker.
Wrong size?
No. Well, I don't even know. I can't even fit it in there. Hey yo! I need a swivel socket. Here we go. Boys, holy, what are you doing? That's called a B swap. Get it? Or a D series. That's not gay as hell.
Make sure that jack ain't gonna slip.
That's gonna slip.
Well, let me get this last bolt out.
Okay.
No, it's not okay.
The cage is gonna kill me anyway.
There's no bolts up here.
Now, Crossman, just don't move.
Don't move.
Just stay right there.
No. Transmission moved.
Well, that's all I needed to move. It doesn't even move anymore. I don't need to take the transmission out.
Oh.
Yeah. I just need it to be unbolted because the transmission mounts back there, so it'll keep itself there. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Cheese and rice.
Scratch the cane. Hey, be careful, we're gonna knock those welds out. Nice. Bit my tip.
What the hell? What you doing out here there, buddy?
Trying to get some clean, straight cuts.
Clean, straight cuts, huh?
Save myself some time and effort.
Yeah, I hear that. If you're trying to save yourself some time and effort, you know, maybe you should have.
Yeah, went with a different fabricator. Yeah, you know.
All right, so moving on with the catastrophe that is Braven's cage. As you guys know, we already cut the down bars out of the back. Now Braven's hacking the outriggers off. Gonna get those redone because the way that they were, it just wasn't safe. It wasn't gonna be. I mean, I guess some people are saying it would pass certification.
Yeah.
Like that, but
well,
it was just the welds.
Yeah. So
everybody's like, just grind the welds down and
you could run the
re-weld it.
pipe the way that they ran the pipe, but it's like the welds would have made the tech guy inspect deeper into other things, and then he would have found other things that would end up making the cage fail for the most part, is what I was told. So.
Yeah, so they're getting cut off, getting redone. Trying to decide between doing this here. Have you decided yet what you're gonna do?
No,
This or the C
I
channel?
was leaning towards the C channel, but
So we're thinking about doing this to where the cage sits on top, and then you're able to weld all the way around this. Cut a piece off, of course, and it would butt up against the frame like right here and be sticking out for the cage to sit on top. And then you could weld all the way around it, but then you could also put a gusset. You can cut a gusset out of this and put it right in the center to where it'd be gusseting this and giving you another weld point to the frame and adding a little bit more rigidity to the cage if it potentially had any downwards push on it. You know, if it rolled, because that's what a roll cage is for.
also helps me not to twist the chassis off the line. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
There you go. Did you get all the way through it?
No, I'm just a few seconds away from.
Oh, you already cut the outrigger.
Yeah.
Now you're just cutting the outrigger off of there.
Yeah. I should have did it the other way.
Yeah, maybe.
It's okay.
after doing a bunch of cutting, throwing melted lava all over the damn place. Or melted steel, whatever you want to call it. So this right here is the outrigger that was put on Braven's truck by the professional fabricator that Braven went to. And you know, like, I honestly feel like we ought to just share the dude's damn name, bro. So everybody knows where not to go, especially since the guy just opened up his own shop. Like, can you believe this? This guy just opened up his own shop. And what really sucks is part of the money, you know what I'm saying? Part of the money that he took to open up his own shop was your money.
Hey, don't make it about me.
Bro, he's got your hard-earned money that he's opening up a shop with after doing fucking shit like this.
He's renting a shop from some landlord.
Yeah, no, I know.
He's not
I get
in no
it.
position to be bragging.
But it's the fucking thing, bro. Like, he owes you money, and I think he needs to pay up. At this point, I think he needs to refund you the entire, the full amount. Because I think this is bullshit that we have to go through all this. But anyhow, this right here is the cross-sided pothead skin outrigger right here. That right there, okay? The professional fabricator. And this right here is what we're fabbing up, baby. So I've never done a cage before in my life. Never done an outrigger before in my life. But you know what? I do know that my son's life could potentially depend on this. So yeah, this is gonna go straight up against his frame right there. The pipe from the cage, which looks kind of like this, is gonna come out and it's gonna sit right on top. And then obviously, to flip this over, because I'm doing this one-handed here, we're gonna have this gusset that's gonna sit right in the center, that's gonna weld to the rigger, and then it's gonna weld to the frame right here, giving it even more sturdiness, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be sitting right where the pipe is out on the other side. Alright, so this is gonna sit here like that with the pipes in on top of it, and then we'll have this here gusset that's gonna be sitting right up underneath that. So bang bang, that right there, my friend, is an outrigger. You know, that is gonna be stronger than the factory one. I'm sorry.
Right. Well, that was stronger than what was already on there.
Yeah, this was stronger than that whack ass freaking bullshit. Yeah, dude, that's gonna be beefy right there.
It's gonna be a lot stronger than it was. That's for sure.
That's gonna be beefy. All right, we went ahead and cleaned up for the night. Got as far as we can. It's already pushing midnight. Braven's got work tomorrow.
For the sheep.
Poor little Braven. He gotta go work tomorrow. Or else his boss will be mad at him. I give him shit all the time. Hey, I paid my dues, all right? I worked for the man for many years. I mean, technically, I do still work for the man, you know?
You do.
I gotta pay taxes and all that shit, so. Don't you laugh. Anyhow, before we crash, Braven's gonna change his brakes out. If you guys watched the video whenever I did all the upgrades and everything to the Doodle Bug, he got the new brake pads, but this line has a hole in it, so he ordered a new kit because his big brake kit didn't fit. Anyhow, I called him out. I was like, bro, you don't want the smoke from the awesome scooter? This thing will take your ass out, sucker. And he has accepted the challenge, but he just wants to have brakes so he's able to stop. After he smokes me, he says, it's not gonna happen, bro. That scooter's gonna wax his ass. Hey, you didn't pick up my marker. Sir! Oh, there's the goods. So is this pretty much the same exact thing?
Yeah. I mean, it's not the same exact, but it's the same, like, style.
Oh.
That one is a better quality caliper. It's less Chinesium.
Yeah, it's less ricer looking.
Yeah.
The one that's on there is all red. The previous owner, like, bought all the stuff, like, red to match the bike. Which, I mean, everybody has their own style, but I think it's going to look a lot nicer with a black line and everything being black. That way it doesn't look like you're trying to match the bike because the reds are very different. 50 Shades of Red. Yeah, see, that was a nice handle. Like, the see-through part of it. This one's not see-through.
Yeah, I did like the see-through. That's, like, the only thing I liked about it.
Yeah.
It was just the fact it was see-through.
Well, you still have that handle, so
yeah,
you could swap them out.
Yeah.
But right now, this thing comes bled already?
Bled, everything ready
Dude,
to go.
that is sick, bro.
I'm not messing with it.
You don't even have to bleed it. You just throw it on there. If anything, you might have to cock a line, like clock it a little bit, but you can just loosen it and slightly move it.
Right.
If you're careful, you can do it without letting any air get in. I've actually done that before on the Blazer. Was it the Blazer? I think it was the Blazer.
Yeah.
Get them working or what? Ooh! Oh, yeah. Dang, it's got a little bit of flex.
It's got some flake, but that's in the rubber right there, so.
Oh, is it? Yeah, no, it should be fine. Should definitely be a lot better than nothing, you know?
I don't have to Flintstone it anymore.
Alright, bro. Time to run it. Baby, you gonna flag us? Yeah. I'm ready. Braven's still back there getting his car warmed up. His carburetor.
Oh my god. You know it's like 1:30?
Is it 1:30?
12:30.
Oh, 12:30.
It's 1:30 somewhere.
Hey, let my shit warm up. Huh? I said let mine warm up. I still got the choke on.
Don't run out in front of us.
I'm standing here. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Mark, set, go! Oh yeah.
I definitely won that one, but he's got to let it warm up.
It was still cold.
What the heck,
I
man?
turned the choke off and it was still cold. But right now on the way back it opened up. So it should be good now.
All right. Austin Scooter 1. Raven 0.
Mark, set, go!
Definitely got me on that return trip. The second one, it cut out again. Turned the idle screw up a little bit.
Yeah, I was happy with that time. Okay, that's actually a race now.
Oh my god.
They still cut just a little bit out.
Mark, set, go!
He got baptized by a street bike.
What the hell?
I said he got baptized by a street bike.
Yeah, it beats me.
There's still some tuning to do because it's like literally cutting out. It's like I could feel it like sputtering. Like
Yeah.
well, even a wide open throttle.
That last run when we went that way, where he passed me, I was doing 38 miles an hour, and he was just choo-choo training past me, bro. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like 2 miles an hour from maxed out.
I was like this. I was like, ah. I was going
And then we did a roll on the way back, just a slow roll, and I honked 3 times. That thing just fuck gone. This thing has no torque at that low.
Yeah.
But
No, I think there's some more tuning to do with this, but honestly, like for how fast it already is, for just the minimum stuff that we done to it, like
Yeah.
you know, there's still a lot more we can do to make this thing actually go fast.
but like, make me go get the Happy Run bike.
that thing goes 50.
I know.
This thing can't even do 38 right now. Like,
You passed me at 38.
dude, we were at the trailer all the way down there when I finally passed you.
I know, but I was sitting at 38 and you're mowing past me, so you had to been doing like 42, 43.
Yeah, I had to. I gotta figure out the tune on this thing. It's like cutting out. It's weird.
It probably just needs more fuel. All right, we'll see you guys whenever Braven gets off work tomorrow. Continue more of the
4 hour.
cross-sided pot-headed cage repair.
No chemical. This thing won't spin.
I know, that's where I started it. See if it would.
I heard you pulling it in. It sounded like you're about to go around the block right now. I was like, shoot, I'm getting the Happy Run out. Gonna go smoke this fool.
Get it out right now.
No, we'll put it in the comments down below if you guys want to see a run between this thing and the Happy Run.
Plus, I haven't even done an oil change in this thing.
And if I get beat on the Happy Run, bro, we're gonna have to jump on Marketplace and go and find one of these for me.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
I'm gonna
sabotage
give me a
it.
Hemi engine. It's gonna be stretched.
She's getting methanol.
Hell.
No, but
I'm putting mine on nitrous.
yeah, this thing definitely needs to be stretched. And then the front, like, get rid of the sketchiness of the front, stretch in the rear.
Yeah.
I won't have to, like, I'll be able to full throttle from the launch. You would always get me on the launch because I literally have to just, like, push. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I know, I'm just like, go.
Kickstand.
Baby does not take the path of least resistance.
All right, so it's the next day. Braven is still currently at work, but he just gave me a call. He asked if I could take these valve covers down to Outlaw, are the guys that are building Braven's engine. And the engine is basically ready. The only thing that they're missing is valve covers because Braven sent stock valve covers with it because he didn't want these ones to get scratched. But it turns out that the lifters that he has in there will not clear, the stock valve covers won't clear the lifters. So these are a set of Texas Speed billet valve covers. Some freaking baller ass valve covers there, buddy. But I will say that these aren't near, like, this is 2 billet valve covers for the LS, and I think he paid like $500 for these, which, I mean, it's kind of expensive if you think about it, but he paid like 500 bucks for these. Do you guys remember how much people sell billet valve covers for Hondas? I mean, they're in like the $2,500 range, bro. It's freaking nuts, man. Anyhow, we need to assemble these before we take them down, and by assemble, I mean we need to put the baffle plates in. So the baffle plates need to go in and they need to be torqued. So 45 inch-pounds, and they need thread locker on this. So that's what we're gonna do before we take them down. So that's already done. Oh, comes with thread locker. Nice. All right, so there's our hardware. This is the actual plate that creates the baffle. I just wanted to show you guys these really quick. Shiny, shiny, boy. And they are billet. These are not cast. These are actually CNC'd from a solid piece of aluminum, which is really nice, dude. These things are super clean. The one thing that we were looking for whenever we're trying to find a set for Braven's engine is for it to have this lip right here that actually sets into the head. It's the same type of design that the factory valve cover has, and that's something that you'll notice that a lot of the really cheap sheet metal valve covers, they do not have that, and it makes it extremely difficult whenever you're just trying to pop a valve cover, like simply pop a valve cover on and put the bolts in. Not having that to align it makes it so much more difficult, man. But anyhow, this does have a built-in baffle. He's going to be able to run his catch can off of here, and the other side is a fill. So we need to go ahead and bolt this baffle plate in. Now another thing is it has all the bolts that's going to actually hold the valve covers down to the heads. They're not assembled in a sense. So there is a bolt and then one of these thick boy washers right here, and then the this O-ring goes on top of that to seal it. That right there is basically a head bolt assembled. I'm gonna go ahead and do all of that before I take them as well, so that this stuff isn't just sitting in the bag all taken apart. I'm gonna assemble them all and put them back in the bag, just so we don't have any mistakes, man. We're just trying to avoid any issues, you know? Bang, bang. Now that's all assembled. And this remaining hardware is for the side of the valve cover. I believe this is for a coil pack mount or something. We don't need to do anything with that right now. I'm just going to leave those in there. Yeah. Back at the house, got the valve covers dropped off, and they said those ones are gonna work. They tried them, right? Yeah. So the billet valve covers are gonna clear his valve train and everything. But anyhow, now we are completely switching gears on the truck, dude. Like, we're so deep into this video trying to make repairs on things, make outriggers and stuff like that. After Braven found the welds that are on the front, so just to reiterate, like, the down bars were no good. Really, the down bars just looked like crap because how unequal they were. Pretty much nothing on the cage is symmetrical. These front bars going into the engine bay, they were going to be used in future use to attach his shocks up here. Of course, there was going to probably be something else that needed to be added to it and whatever, but it was kind of important for these also to be symmetrical left to right, especially if you're going to be attaching the shock to it. Otherwise, the shock would act different left to right if they're at different angles and different heights, you know? So the front bars, you know, like, while the weld on it looks pretty good, they're not symmetrical. And then if you come to the cage, like, a lot of this stuff is just, I don't know, man, it's just careless. So this bar coming up should be squared with this bar, and it's just down low, you know what I mean? So it's below, like they're not squared up with one another. So the pipe was actually hanging down here and he had to fill in a gap. The door bars, they're just, this is not what was expected. Braven had a conversation with him about the door bars. And that's the reason why we try to get the doors cut and get everything ready to go to him, so that he knew how close he can bring the bars out. You know what I mean? If you look at most cages, like these will have a little bit of a bend outwards towards the door, and maybe even come down like this and then go up. They're not straight like this. This makes it really hard to fit the seats inside of the truck, and it makes it really hard for getting in and out of the truck, which is expected for having a cage, but I mean, it could definitely be better than this. That's another thing. And then, of course, the welds that he found on the front are just ridiculous. Did we show that in the video? I don't know if we showed that. You know what? I'll just, Braven got some pictures of it down there. I'll just insert the pictures because it's kind of hard to get the camera down in there. So those welds are just like, that's probably the worst of it. We like through this whole process, we hadn't even seen that yet. And then now that Braven got the cab jacked up high enough to be able to see those welds over there, or the lack of weld, I should say, that's really bad, you know? So that needs to be redone as well. So we're kind of to the point to where like absolutely everything needs to be redone. Everybody that's looked at it has said that all the welds that actually do look good, the ones you can see, that they're too small and they're too cold, you know? So more than anything, bro, a cage is for safety. As far as the way things look, you know, is whatever, you know? Of course we want it to look nice, but at this point it's not even safe. None of it, not a single aspect of this is safe, and there's literally none of it that would pass an inspection, you know? So yeah, now we're just at that point, unfortunately.
This is it laughing at me for wasting my money.
Yeah. $3,300 down the drain. Well, there it is, man. I feel like everything that we did in this video for the most part was for no reason, because now ultimately we just ended up tearing the cage out. But it's all right, dude. In order to, what was it? In order to move forward.
You gotta take a step back.
Yeah, this is a pretty big step back, but
hey, you know what?
it is what it is. Honestly, this, unfortunately, because of the quality of the cage, this step back was actually a step forward.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks.
That's what I was gonna say right now. It's like, realistically, I felt like after I cut the cage out, I was gonna be like, oh damn. But honestly, it's like a fresh breath of air. Overall, just every single time I looked at the truck, I was just disgusted.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, a breath of fresh air.
For some reason, I think you said fresh of breath air. I don't know. We'll see whenever we're editing. But so now it's basically basically almost, it's kind of back to where it was before we dropped it off. Just now it has these jagged holes cut in it, and then there's notches back here that the guy did that didn't need to be there, you know what I mean? And of course all the chips on the inside, and these aren't just chips, dude, they're dented. Like, they're dented deep. I don't know, it's just crazy how, like, he just had no care, you know? And like all the holes just look terrible. Like, you didn't even try to make anything look nice. And it's just one of those experiences that you just, you know, like, it's a learning experience. And I keep seeing it, people asking for us to put this guy on blast, and believe me, Braven and I both want more than anything just to do that, and to be like, yeah, this is him, this is his Instagram, and the DB fam to just go and, bro, you really did Braven wrong, and just blow up his social media. But the thing is like, we don't want to do that, because that would be very unprofessional. And moving forward, Braven feels like he's gonna have to take some legal steps, you know, because this guy owes him his money back 100%, because now he is not even where he was at when he dropped the truck off, because we now have to take the cab off and still grind down all the places that he welded to, because there's still the sections, you know, welded on there, which, I mean, fortunately, it shouldn't be very hard because the welds are junk, but, you know, but it is what it is, man. You learn and you move on. What can you do?
You out just a little bit of money, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yep, money's money, man. It comes and it goes. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was kind of a runaround, but that's where we're at. Up next is, like I said, we're going to be pulling the cab off. We had to continue cleaning up all the welding spots and everything, and then it's going to be going to somebody different now for a cage, and somebody that is very highly, like,
Prideful in their work.
Yeah, prideful in their work, highly recommended from close friends of ours, and we've definitely seen their work. And dude, it sucks because the guy that you had do this was the same, honestly.
Yeah, it's like
He
highly recommended.
highly recommended, and
Seen his work,
you can see his work, and his work was good, but still. But I don't know, the guy that we're going with, he actually came over and looked at the truck, and he's a legitimate fabricator, you know what I'm saying? And he's done a lot of cages for our friends and stuff that we've seen. I have personally followed him on Instagram now for, I want to say, like 3 or 4 years. Like, I've been following him on Instagram for a while, and I know he does good work. Hopefully everything goes well, and that's who we end up going with, because it's not going to be cheap. Just like the guy that did this cage, it wasn't cheap. You know, fabrication isn't cheap, and we have respect for that. But at the same time, you can't oversell yourself and underdeliver.
And then not refund.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it is what it is.
Yeah, it sucks.
Just count our losses and move on.
Yep. All right, guys, we're going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace, and we'll see you on the next one.